Good evening. My name is David Robbins, and I am a political science major with a concentration in human rights and civil rights, a minor in economics. I'm a senior, going to graduate in May, so I'm almost there. Currently, I'm the treasurer of Pi Lambda Phi fraternity at VCU. I'm a first-generation student. Part of that, I'm a member of TRIO on campus. I currently intern in the Community Initiatives Department at Virginia Humanities. And most importantly, I'm currently an office assistant in the OMSA office, which put on this wonderful graduation with the help of our other campus partners. So let's give a hand for OMSA real quick. All right, and I would like to thank you all for coming, welcome you all to this space. We're so grateful that you're all here to share this time with us. Our next speaker has worked hard to make the OMSA office and its events feel like home, so get comfy, we're family here. So Dr. Kadeba, the Director of the Office of Multicultural Student, the Director of the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs has some welcoming words for y'all.
This is truly like one of my favorite days of the year. It gets me emotional every time, but I wrote something to help me be grounded. So, bonsoir. That's right, color response, thank you. Good evening, family, friends, and loved ones gathered here tonight and joining us virtually. Good evening to our campus partners, faculty, staff, and all around #friends of OMSA. And a very special and warm hello to our fall 2022 VCU graduates. Hello. Yes. I say good evening, and I also want to say akwaba, which is a way we greet and say welcome in my home country of Côte d'Ivoire in West Africa. It is important for me as OMSA director to enthusiastically welcome you to this space. We're here for a celebratory experience, after all. Cultural Achievement Ceremony Day is one of my favorite days of the year. On a personal note, I participated in fall graduation ceremonies for both my bachelor's and when I received my PhD. So this moment today gives me all the feels, truly. I want to take a brief moment to highlight a few things. I'm choosing to emphasize joy and gratitude today because when I was preparing for this speech, my heart was filled with so much love and joy, thinking about how much of a privilege it is for us here at OMSA to create a space where we can celebrate your educational accomplishment, but most importantly, we get to celebrate and affirm you. If you've been at the OMSA office throughout the past semester, you may have interacted with us in a variety of ways. Maybe you attended our Ramily reunion cookout during Weeks of Welcome in August. Maybe you danced with us in September and October in front of the Altria at Monroe Park during the Latin Dance Night series. Perhaps you had yourself a good old time while attending Sickening, our queer Halloween party with your amazing costumes. Maybe you attended one of our book reading groups and got to connect with others around the writings of Bell Hooks. Maybe you went to the movies with us to experience Wakanda Forever. Come on. Perhaps you've been in the office this week for our World Cup watch parties because football is life, and we're hosting another viewing party tomorrow for the quarterfinals, so pull up if you can. Speaking of pulling up, maybe you pulled up to get you a plate because we gather and commune around food a lot at the office. Perhaps you are friends with one of our fantastic student workers, our office and graduate assistants, and ended up stopping by to connect with your friend or roommate, and then next thing you knew, you are an office regular, and I'm asking you if you had breakfast today and how your classes are going. Yeah, right. Or maybe tonight is the first time you're even engaging with OMSA. Such a wide range of experience in a room, all of which I'm grateful for. My hope is that OMSA, whether throughout the years, has been able to provide you joy and a space to be you. In the world we navigate every day, this sort of joy I'm speaking about is radical, revolutionary, transformative, healing, and necessary. May you feel seen and recognize how special you are as we rejoice as a community to cheer for you. I am humbled and honored to utter the following words. Félicitations, Fall 2022 VCU graduates. We are so proud of you. You did that! Yes! Thank you. Back to you.
Can we get one more round of applause for Dr. Kadeba, please? And she won't lie about the food, y'all. So next, we have some opening remarks from Amala Thomas, Graduate Assistant of the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing? I need it a bit louder. Much better, much better. I haven't walked in heels in a very long time, so if I trip, please just ignore me. So good evening, family, friends, and guests of Fall 2022 VCU graduates. Thank you guys all here for being here tonight to celebrate the milestone educational achievement. We wanted to take a moment to provide a brief history of the ceremonies and put in context why this moment is so meaningful and important. So Spring 2022 marked VCU's inaugural Asian Pacific Islander Daisy American graduation ceremony. Our APD graduates this evening are a part of the inaugural cohort at VCU. We officially recognize the achievements and successes of our APD graduates, honoring their dedication, resolve, and brilliance. This graduation ceremony highlights the unique cultures, traditions, and identities of the Asian diaspora, as well as our AP.D students who bring a vibrant spirit to campus life. The donning of the Kente celebration utilizes a rich African cultural heritage symbol in the form of Ashanti, people Kente cloth, to celebrate the educational achievements of all students of all the Black African diaspora. The donning of the Kente ceremony was first held at the VCU in 2015 and has continued to be a meaningful and affirming experience for Black students who have participated. Since its inception, also in 2015, the Latinx Achievement Ceremony continues to provide a space to honor graduating Hispanic and Latinx students. The ceremony recognizes their accomplishments, hard work, dedication, and perseverance, affirming their cultural heritage, journey, and lasting impact at VCU. The Lavender Graduation Ceremony celebrates the contributions and achievements of our LGBTQIA+ students. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the ceremony at VCU, which is so powerful. Our queer graduates are part of a legacy here on campus. These ceremonies owe so much gratitude to the activists, ancestors, elders, and younger generations who have worked tirelessly to uplift their communities. We would not be here today without them. We pay homage today and every day. The ceremony tonight is significant because you are significant. We acknowledge that the journey to be here today was likely not the smoothest, especially over the past couple of years. We invite you today to reflect on your path and make space for your triumph over hardships you experienced that you thought you may not overcome, even ongoing difficulties. We encourage you to channel for a moment and, if willing, a spirit of gratitude for anything and anyone you can identify that impacted you, supported you, rejoiced with you, and encouraged you. Just as importantly, please send some love and appreciation for yourself. We see you, we are proud of you, and we cheer for you. Congratulations, VCU graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Amala. Can we get a hand for Amala as well? All right, Sean. So now we get to the good stuff. We have a student performance from Arabi. They will be performing Now Churiyade, a Bawaya song, which is a genre of North Bengali folk music with working class themes. The song itself is about a group of sailors setting sail, describing the beautiful scenery throughout their journey. They will also be singing Telepatia.
1, 2, ready, and. Atali patali pani cholat cholat korere. Haide kokulaya haita water butter hatal chaya haishe butter hatal chaya. Now chariya de baluriya de. Cholchalaya choluk mano mar soira dia choluk mar soira dia. Now chariya de baluriya de. Cholchalaya choluk mano mar soira dia choluk mar soira dia. Hey. One, two, ready, and. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. One, two, ready, and. ¿Quién lo diría que se podría hacer el amor por telepatía? La luna está llena, mi cama vacía, lo que yo te diría. Si te tuviera de frente, la mente te la volaría. De noche, de día, de noche, de día. You know I'm just a flight away. If you want it, you could take a private plane. A kilómetros estamos conectando y me prendes a que no me estés tocando. You know I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain. Y me dicen todo, no me estés pensando. Me imagino lo que ya estás maquinando. Telepatía.
You're fine. Oh, thanks. Wow, thank you. That was amazing, moving. All right, well next, y'all, we have a student speaker coming up. Sean Williams, I'd like to welcome you to the stage, please. Sean is getting their Bachelor's of Arts in African American Studies and English with minors in Gender, Sexuality, and Women's Studies and LGBTQ plus Queer Studies.
All right. Hello. Can everybody hear me? Okay. All right. Wow, there's a lot of y'all out here. Okay. Before I begin, I would like to read a short poem that I wrote titled Legacy. I will not mourn that my time is up, but celebrate that I was here. What a year it has been. It seems like we are constantly living in unprecedented times. Many of us came to college at the onset of a pandemic and off the heels of one tragedy after another. These last few months have been a trying time, and looking into the audience, I can see that we all still persevered. It may seem hard, but I'll ask each of you, own your achievements, let it soak in. Be proud of where you are, and let today be a celebration of you. Trust me, I like to downplay a lot of stuff too, but this is a big deal. Not only am I graduating in just under 3 years, and the and the first in my family to graduate, period. I am graduating with 2 majors, 2 minors, while working 2 jobs. My angel numbers are very blessed indeed. My personal story is full of struggle and triumph. I come from a family of Black Vietnamese immigrants and navigated feeling foreign in a place I've always known. I took an effort to learn Spanish to connect to a part of a heritage that was absent for most of my life, as I was raised by a single mother and my birth father was not in the picture. My struggle and pride is a reflection of those who came before me and the history that I hold within. I will speak for myself and say that I have dealt with a lot while being in college, from food insecurity, financial instability, struggling with my mental health, and overall coming to terms with who I am as a Black queer femme. Shout out to the girls getting their degrees. There ain't much of us, but we are here. We are here no matter what the powers that be will say about us or our other queer and trans siblings in the education system. This is a community that I hope continues to advocate for each other in rejection of individualism and pessimism. Nothing can be changed unless it is faced, and we cannot fall into despair as the world around us continues to shift underneath our feet. In the words of Assata Shakur, we must love each other and support each other. This is an important lesson I have learned during my time in college. I am grateful for the wonderful, wholesome, and lasting bonds I have made here between both faculty and friends. I know for a lot of us, our chosen family is just as important as our biological one. So let the folks who are always cheering in your corner know how much they mean to you, and you're glad to have them here on your graduation day. No matter what field you're in, whatever your GPA is, or how long it took you to get to this point, we are writers of our own destinies no matter what anybody else tells us. Forget the stereotypes, forget the statistics, and forget the status quo. Keep that light on and never stray away from your dreams. Be the hope in the midst of chaos. Be empowered by the many identities you possess. This is my plea for revolutionary optimism, a belief in the possibility of a radical future where we all can and will continue to succeed, thrive, and prosper. I'd like to end with a quote from the late Gwendolyn Brooks from her book, Maud Martha, which I read while studying here. In it, she wrote, "The truth was, if you got a good tragedy out of a lifetime, one good, ripping tragedy, thorough, unridiculous, bottom-scraping, not the issue of human stupidity, you were doing," she thought, "very well. You were doing very well, and I'm glad to say that I think all of us are doing so well." Thank you.
Thank you for those words, Sean. Like you said, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Y'all made it. Now, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Assistant Professor and Faculty Fellow for Community Engagement in the College of Humanities and Sciences, Professora Anita Nadal. Anita Nadal is an Assistant Professor of Spanish in the VCU School of World Studies. Nadal previously worked for the Division of Community Engagement for 10 years, which supported many of the community engaged programs she developed. She is deeply committed as a community engaged faculty member with an enthusiasm for engaging students and other faculty members in community initiatives. Some examples are Verde, efficient use of energy resources in Europe and the benefit of alternative energy sources in immigrant communities in southern Spain. A Welcoming Richmond grant helped provide civics and language classes for 200 immigrants and refugees. Some became United States citizens with support from this program. Nadal has been actively partnering with local, statewide, national, and international organizations throughout her time at VCU. She has successfully launched a wide variety of different types of projects with many different types of community partners. Additionally, Nadal has consistently been the motivating force behind all of the projects she is engaged with, from sparking the idea to finding collaborators on campus and off to attracting resources. Nadal understands that the principles that define high-quality community-university partnerships. She builds trusting relationships with off-campus partners and listens to ensure that partners' needs and interests are centered in the work. She understands the importance of student voice and community engaged in experiential learning, and she positions herself as a co-learner and relishes opportunities for personal growth that result from high-quality community-university partnerships. Nadal is an accomplished educator. She has regularly taught language and culture to adult learners, for example, firefighters, health providers, and university faculty and staff. Her most recent community work has focused on supporting a refugee center in Tucson, Arizona, and a student of color empowerment program at a local high school in Richmond. Nadal is the 2018 recipient of the VCU Presidential Award for Community Multicultural Enrichment and the Reese Melton Award. And I believe we have a...
¡Qué vivo! ¿Tú quieres el micrófono? Yo mira para adelante. ¿Cómo te ve la señora esa, mi hermano? ¿Y ahora qué vamos a hacer? ¿Qué vamos a hacer? ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Lo que nosotros vamos a hacer es cantar. Vamos a cantar, ¿verdad? Miami me lo confirmó.
African part, the Spanish part.
Bolivia viene llegando, Brasil ya está en camino, el mundo se está sumando a la fiesta de los latinos. Esa como la gozadera, Miami me lo confirmó, tiene rojo con habichuela, Puerto Rico me lo regaló.
¡Huepa! Buenas noches. Good evening. It is such an honor and a pleasure and a delight. I mean, I'm Latina, so I could go on and on. Maravilloso, excelente, un placer. Estoy llena de, right, de emoción. It's truly an honor to be here to share this very, very special moment with you. I know it took a lot of support from your families and friends in order to make it to this moment. So, gracias padres, gracias madres, thank you parents, gracias. Give them a hug, a big hug. They deserve it. Un abrazo. Okay, so I graduated from VCU in 2005 in my undergraduate degree. And one of my fondest memories are my visits to the OMSA office. I would enjoy talking to Dr. Napoleon Peoples, who was the director at the time, about my future career and subjects such as transculturation, bilingualism, and much more. OMSA became my home away from home. I am sure that many of you feel the same way. We are so grateful to OMSA. Aplauso! Dr. Kadiva. Okay. I would just like to share a few experiences with you with some of the work that I do in community service when I take my students down to the border of the U.S. border with Mexico in Tucson, Arizona. Back in 2020, just before COVID, and when I say just, I mean 2 weeks before. 2 weeks before COVID happened, we went down to Tucson, Arizona to work at a refugee center and also visit the U.S.-Mexican border. By the way, guys, there's no wall. It's a fence. Fence. Una verja, no es una pared. Okay? Families meet there. They eat lunch together. They hug each other at the wall. They literally put their hands through the fence and hug their loved ones and have lunch together and share love. Yes, it's a human experience. It should not be politicized. Human beings, life, vidas, personas, amor. That's what me and my students experienced when we visited the border. So, my students over the years when we've gone down come from various backgrounds and ethnicities. 2 of them were actually children of immigrant parents that had actually crossed the border when they were very young. There was one gay Latino student who later was able to actually help a refugee that came to the U.S. to escape assassination. Yeah, for being a gay man. So this student was able to very, very much comfort and really help and make a difference. The other 2 students came from the U.S., were also very familiar. Some of their family members were immigrants. One, for example, his grandparents came from India, and he tells the story of how they came with just their suitcases. Today, his grandparents are both doctors, and he is going to start being a physician himself next year. Sí se puede. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes. And also, I wanted to share an experience from an African-American student. Her name is Reina. Interesting, right? Queen Reina. Whose father's an attorney, and she lives in Maryland. She says that one of the benefits of working with students from different backgrounds is that you are able to see things from a different point of view. Her roommate in Tucson is from Guatemala, and she would talk about how when she saw children at the refugee center, it reminded her of children that she would see in her previous home in Guatemala. Reina went on to say that one tends to look at things from a certain point of view, and it's not until you expand your experiences and become uncomfortable, incómodo, uncomfortable, that you learn to see from a different perspective. Reina dijo que uno tiende a mirar las cosas desde cierto punto de vista y no es hasta que se expande y se vuelve incómodo que uno aprende a ver las cosas desde otra perspectiva diferente. She says that the experience in Tucson helped her to meet people from Latin America, Georgia, the former Soviet Republic, and India in the refugee center. So they're not all from Mexico. I just wanted to help you guys to see who's coming across the border or who's at the refugee centers at the border. She was also able to hear languages that she didn't even know that they existed. And lastly, she said that it is by working with people of different backgrounds and cultures that your point of view changes. Consequently, by coming together as people of different backgrounds and ethnicities, we were able to create a strong bond that helped us to develop a powerful union that allowed us to be empathetic,
mostrar empatía, care, cariño, and fruitful, to be fruitful, ser fructífero. I know that it is scary to graduate and not be sure what the next step is going to be, but I can assure you that by moving forward, everyone put your arm out and say, pa'lante, pa'lante. That's a very Puerto Rican expression. It means forward, moving forward, right? Okay. That by moving forward, then, that is how we're going to be able to be powerful and to be able to continue towards the next step. But I can assure you that by moving forward in your communities, let me repeat that, by moving forward, pa'lante, en tu comunidad, moving forward in your communities, it will make a difference. I want to share just 2 experiences of how community service can help you to move forward. Lucy was a student that spent a summer working with refugees in an attorney's office. She said that the experience transformed her life. She said that it was empowering to serve others, and it helped her to define her path as a future international lawyer. Another student worked at our local Sagrado Corazon, Sacred Heart Center, as an ESL teacher, and she said it helped her to redirect her insecurities and to focus on something higher than herself. So then, it can be by taking small steps, paso a paso, small steps, that you can find power and you can make a difference in your lives. The beauty of these experiences is that every student and faculty and staff and every single human being for that matter has the opportunity to create something unique and special. You must be uncomfortable. You must step out of your comfort zone. So after you have that beautiful degree and that your parents are going to hang in the living room and it's all over with, go to your neighbor's house and see if they need help emptying the trash. Are they elderly? Do they need help lifting? Do you bake cookies? I bake cookies, and I take it to all my neighbors in my cul-de-sac. All of them know Anita Nadal. Why? Because you step out of your comfort zone and you do little things that lead to great things. You want a good job? You have to network. You can't get it staying at home. No se puede. You have to get out of your house and get to know people and do things in the community. That's how you make the great connections, right? That's how you land that dream job that you want. So, at my conclusion, you can shine too. Yes, you can. Si se puede, I love those words. The power of intersectionality, right? So then, dear graduates, please know that everyone in this room has the power to make a difference. In fact, it is because of our differences and our similarities that we can create something amazing as one collective. Muchas gracias.
Let's give another hand for Professor Nadal. Thank you for those moving words. Definitely needed. All right, so now on to what we're all here for, I guess. I mean, if y'all want to, we can hang out for, no? Okay, all right. So I would like to welcome Beck O to the stage. Beck is the interim program manager for LGBTQIA plus initiatives in the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. So Beck.
Hi everyone, how are we doing? Thank you, Jair. Firstly, I just want to say all of you look so good. It was a pleasure checking in with each one of you in line. So before we get started, we wanted to quickly say that after you come up to the stage, get your stole and your photo taken, and as you leave the stage, one of our OMSA staff members will guide you back to your seat. Are y'all ready? Yes, woo, come on, give me a little more energy, all right. Yes. And as you come up, you can hand your card to Josh, who will then hand the card to me. All right. Congratulations to Sean Williams. Woo! Photographer's right in the center over there. There we go. All right. Next we have Alma Dominguez. Congratulations. Oh, come up forward.
Please come closer. There we go. Get your welcome. Take your moment. This is your moment to shine.
Yes. Woo! Congratulations, Alma. All right. Next we have Andrea Bois. Woo! Yes, get your picture. Woo! Woo! That's his mama, y'all. All right, next we have Anjul Bland. Congratulations. All right, congratulations to Anthony Bobolati. Woo! Next, we have Ariana Thompson. Congratulations! Woo! Woo! Yes! All right, y'all, give it up for Brianna Goodright. All right. Our next graduate is Crystal Bell. Congratulations, Crystal. All right, I'll give it up for Courtney Pierce. Congratulations. Yeah. Our next graduate is Cynthia Rodriguez Gallegos. Yes! Woo! All right, y'all, please welcome Dion Brown. Dr. Dion Brown. Woo! Yes! All right, y'all. Our next graduate is Diamond Chanel Stevenson. Woo! Yes! Woo! You did it. All right. Our next graduate is Dorian Philpott. Congratulations. Woo! Woo! Yes! All right, next up we have Emily Ayala. Congratulations. Woo! All right. Our next graduate is Evelyn Moreno. Congratulations. All right. Our next graduate is Gennaro Milo. Congratulations. Woo! All right, please join me in congratulating Gianna Gianni. Woo! Yes. Okay. Next we have Dr. Hannah Hughes. Woo! Yes, congratulations, doctor. next we have Isabella Vergara. Congratulations. Woo! Give Isabella a hand. Yes. All right. Woo! Our next graduate is Jada May. Yes! Woo! Our next graduate is Jada Moore. Woo! Yes! Do you have any more? Yes, Jada. Our next graduate is Jade Hinton. Congratulations, Jade. Woo! Yes. All right, y'all. Please join me in congratulating Joe Casillas. Woo! Okay, our next graduate is Joseph Wilson. Congratulations, Joseph. Yes! Our next graduate is Justin Williams. Woo! Yes! All right, y'all. Our next graduate is Kellen Membrano Aparicio. Congratulations! All right, our next graduate is Kari Vance. Congratulations, Kari. Yes. Our next fine graduate is Leonard Heredia. Come up, y'all. Next up, we have our fine graduate, Megha Nayar. Our next amazing graduate is Nicole Green. Woo! y'all, give it up for Tatiana Jackson. Woo! Our next amazing graduate is Tanisha Cruz. Woo! Come on. Yeah. Woo! All right, y'all. Our next graduate is Rashina Upton. Congratulations. All right, y'all, please give it up for Saher Isar, our next graduate. Woo! Woo! Yes! All right, y'all, our next graduate is Sarah Smith. Congratulations, Sarah! Woo! Yes! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yes! Our next amazing graduate is Kayla Oliver. Please give it up for Kayla. Woo! All right, we're down to the last few. Our next amazing graduate is Jason Hendricks. Please give it up for Jason. Woo! Yes! All right. Yes! Our next amazing graduate is Sharon Tardio. Please give it up for Sharon Tardio. Woo! Yes! Last but certainly not least is our graduate, Safaya Ajanim Boite. The shoes are amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Please just give it up for the fall class of 2022. Woo! You did it!
Thank you so much, Beck, and congratulations again, graduates. Like I said, I'm excited to join y'all in May. So, now I would like to welcome Dr. Aaron Hart to the stage for some closing remarks. He is the Vice President for the Division of Student Affairs. Welcome, Dr. Hart.
Can I get this closer? Let's see. All right. Can you? Okay, hold on. Does this come out? Oh, this is even better right here. Yeah. There we go. This is much better. Can you all hear me and see me? Okay. So let me introduce myself once again. My name is Aaron Hart. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And I am so proud to serve as your Vice President for Student Affairs. So what I love about this is you can see I have no notes or anything like that because this ceremony, I will tell you, is one that is near and dear to my heart. And then we're going to talk a little bit about a quote, but let me tell you why. Back in the day, I thought I wanted to go to law school, and I actually went to law school for about a year and figured out I didn't like it, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and I found out about student affairs completely by accident, but let me tell you how. I was in grad school saying, okay, well, if I'm not going to law school, let me take advantage of this English degree that I have. And then I saw my first syllabus. So for all of you all who out there, do I have any English majors? All right, right here. I got an English major here. What do you want to do with that English degree?
Reading and writing and pedagogy.
Okay, I love that. Let me tell you why you're better than me. You're much better than me. Because when I went to grad school, in my 3 graduate English courses, and I looked at the syllabus for each of the classes, I had to read over 20 books. I'm serious, I had to read over 20 books. I said, forget this. I got to find something to do with my life. And so I got a graduate assistantship as a graduate hall director. I still didn't think I wanted to do that as a career, but let me tell you what happened. I started interacting with students who were having all type of mental health issues, crises, all of these different things that affect students in such a negative manner, and administrators were not helping out. They were not helping out. And I said to myself, as a brother that grew up on the south side of Chicago in Robert Taylor Home Projects, in a big family with 8 sisters and 1 brother, and we show our love language just by arguing with each other and talking about each other all the time. I said the least I could do is be an advocate for others, and that's where this passion started. And so I knew that I had found my destiny in advocating for others. And so throughout my career, this graduation is home for me. We've had our diversity graduations, our lavender graduations at every school that I've worked at, and if we didn't have it, we started it. So let me first say congratulations to everybody in here. Please, round of applause for our graduates. Because this is not an easy task. I will go ahead and let you know it took me 6 years to graduate. 6 years to graduate, okay? And I don't even want to let you know what my GPA was that first year. We can talk about that off the mic because there's probably some cameras here, okay? And I'm on a probationary period and they might take my job away from me or something. But I just want to say congratulations. This is not an easy feat. And I'm going to continue to, push you all along. If you're getting your bachelor's degree, it's time to get the master's. And if you get your master's, it's time to get the doctorate, okay? And we're going to keep it going on and on and on. But seriously, congratulations on your achievement. So let me give you my quote and what I want to talk to everyone in this room about. This quote was attributed to Dante, and the quote goes like this: "The hottest places in hell are maintained for those who in times of great moral crisis maintain their neutrality." And what that basically means is you can't just sit on the fence. You need to be on one side or the other. Now, we're not all going to agree with each other, but in the end, whatever side of the fence that you sit on, there's an expectation that you are an advocate, not for just yourself, but for others. We need to make sure that we sacrifice not only for ourselves, for others, but here's why. You want to do that from a place of educating others, and that is so key. Now, let me tell this group of graduates why you all have an advantage. Did you know you can graduate and have a 4.0 GPA? You can have the honors cords, you can have all of the great accolades, and then you get that nice, cushy job. But here's the thing. If you cannot, in that workforce, ready for this? If you cannot, in the workforce, deal with adversity, you won't last 6 months. But one thing I know, I haven't met a lot of you all here, but the fact that you're in this room, I know you've dealt with adversity. Tell me I'm lying. Did anybody, graduates, any of y'all have an easy route getting here? Hey, thank you. Did anybody, how about, raise your hand if you've been a victim of stereotyping. Raise your hand if you've been a victim of people giving you dirty looks or whatever, just because of your physical appearance, or people are making assumptions about you, okay? But let me tell you what that's done. That has made you stronger. That has made you stronger. It has made you have a will to continue to achieve. But I would hope to my heart that it has also taught you empathy for others. So as we continue to strive and, not be shy about who we are, okay, and be proud of who we are, let's also not only advocate for others, but let's also try to drop knowledge on those folks who just say they don't know no better, okay? Don't just, when they say they don't know any better, don't just say, well, you know what, if you're just going to be ignorant, I'm going to leave you alone. No, take that as an opportunity. As an undergraduate student, I had a guy down the hall from me, and he said he had never met a black person before. And a lot of he was from a small town in Tennessee, and a lot of my floor mates didn't want to have anything to do with him. But I said to myself, if I don't talk to him, he's going to keep making all of these assumptions about people from the south side of Chicago. And over the next few months, I talked to him and got to know him, and just as I thought, he had all of these stereotypical ideas of what, people who look like me were like. But I will tell you, over that time, we developed a friendship. And he found his way around several campus resources to get knowledge about those things that he was not knowledgeable about. So I know we may get frustrated, and I know we went through this hard road, but I encourage everyone to continue to fight the battle, continue to be strong, continue to have love, care, and compassion in your heart. And it does not make you weak to love. It does not make you weak to say, I love you. It does not make you weak to say you care about someone, okay? But let's not run away from the challenge of teaching folks who need to be taught. Have an ear, take them out to the side and offer them a cup of coffee, and tell them about your experiences. Because we cannot remain neutral. We must always be advocates. And I can tell you right now, you all are strong enough and you have the resilience to be those advocates, not only for yourselves, but not only for your partners, not only for those who you care about, but those that unfortunately just don't know no better. So teach them. Please teach them. And if you want to know how to do it or you need some encouragement, always come talk to me. Always come talk to me. Don't think that just because you're graduating, there's not an opportunity for us to continue a connection. I still keep in contact with a lot of my students from 20 years ago. True story. So once again, congratulations, and thank you all for being the best part of VCU. Congratulations on graduating, and love yourself and love others, and thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just one thing before I go, can I get a selfie with this group right here? I don't know why they find it so crazy that I'm on social media. Vice President of Student Affairs. There you go. Okay, so I was told to make a video here.
Thank you, Dr. Hart, and congratulations again to our graduates. I would like to welcome back Sean Arabi, Dr. Hart, and Professor Nadal to the stage. Dr. Hart, you as well. Thank you. I had to do it for the gram. And then, yeah, Robbie as well, please. Oh, yeah. All right. I would like to thank all of you on behalf of the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. Y'all have been a big part of making this whole entire thing work, so thank y'all very much. We have some tokens of appreciation for y'all from the OMSA staff. So here they come. Thank y'all again so much. All right, y'all. Seems like we're coming to the end of this thing. So thank you, everybody, for coming to celebrate the graduates. One more time, congratulations. I would like to encourage all of you to stay back and network with each other, mix, mingle. There is a grad bash sponsored by the Office of Alumni Relations being held in the Richmond Salon, so y'all feel free to migrate on over there. It's free to all of the graduates and your guests, so y'all feel free. And yeah, after party. But yeah, and also there's a backdrop back there with balloons. If you want to take pictures, you know, for the gram or whatever. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm getting everything. But yeah, no. Thank y'all again so much. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Be safe. Head over to the grad bash, take pictures, mix, mingle, and y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.